So you join me here at Junction 12 Carp Lake, which is a group booking venue run by Reading and District Angling Association. Now I'm not sure exactly how big this lake is, but I'm guessing at around 16 to 18 acres. And it's a beautifully mature, gin clear, weedy gravel pit with an incredible stock of big carp that run to well over 40 pounds. Now I have been here a few times in the past and I have been fortunate enough to catch a few. We got here early this morning, first light on a Monday morning, and we have already seen quite a lot to go on. So I am really keen to get started. So it's just after first light now, and obviously we've got here early this morning in the hope of seeing a few. And that's exactly what we've seen, quite a few. It's the perfect morning this morning for seeing carp. Not a breath of wind, overcast. The fish we've seen are quite spread out, although this swim I'm now stood in, I've seen a lot in front of here, anywhere between 40 and 50 yards, all across the front of the swim, especially in this area out here to the left. I'm not going to jump the gun and go in here straight away. This is the first swim I've stood in. We're going to do a lap, as obviously there could be stuff going on that I'm missing. But I am already swinging towards this swim, I'm not going to lie. This is run as a group booking lake. I'm not sure how many were on this week. I'm not sure what they've caught. But I think they have between 6 and 8 anglers on here. So what that means is you've had lads sat in these swims all week, probably put quite a bit of bait out, I'm not sure. And it's the start of the week now. It's a Monday morning, and I'm sure you know, the carp out there are going to be feeding on that leftover bait from the weekend group. But the key is to just pinpoint the areas that they're feeding in, and as it stands at the minute, they seem to be quite happy out here. As I say, I've seen quite a few in front of here. I've even seen them bubbling up. But it is still early, so we'll go and have a look round and yeah, see what we can see. But yeah, worst case scenario, we've seen quite a few here, and I'd be more than happy to set up in here, I think. Right, so I've just got my rods out in that point swim where we saw them this morning, and I just walked along the bank to the swims that you can see opposite us here, as the plan was to have a lead about out in this bay where I'd seen quite a few this morning and just put a bit of bait in as a backup plan. But as I was over there, I clocked there's a lot of bubbling going on in this corner. Now there's actually a little spot out here at 8 Wraps that I fished when I came here about a month ago, and I did actually catch a couple off this spot, and that is exactly where these fish are. So what we've done, because I feel like there's an opportunity of a quick bite here, I've left Scott with 2 of the rods over there on the point, wound one of them in, and I'm just gonna fire a few bites out because the fish are there now, with the idea being that hopefully catapulting a few bites in will just push them off. I've got the rod already wrapped up. I wrapped them up on the sticks up there. Hopefully I can get it in with one cast, a few more bites over the top, and fingers crossed, there might be a chance of a quick bite here. See that, but the rudd are going absolutely crazy over the top of the spot. There's a lot of rudd in this lake, but it's no coincidence that they're there over the top of that spot where the carp were just ripping it up. I think as the carp stir the bottom up, it sends those rudd into a frenzy, you know, as they're just picking up bits of food that are sort of lingering in the water column. Well, the rod that I flicked out in this corner, it's probably been out for about 45 minutes. I had a line on it about 10 minutes ago, and it's just gone. Amazingly, it hasn't weeded me up because it's incredibly weedy in this corner of the lake. But hopefully, we can get this one in the net. It'll be a bloody great start if we can. It's going right down into the corner. Oh. There he is. I'll tell you what, it's not a bad fish, that. It's not a bad fish at all, that. It's not a bad fish at all. Get in that net. Yes! Yes, boys. That'll flipping do. That'll do. I'll tell you what, that's a pretty big carp. Bit of a funny looking one, but it's not a bad fish at all, that. Oh, happy days. How about that? How about that? Not a stocky either, it's a proper one, like. Proper character. Short, fat one. It's not a bad fish at all, that. I can't believe that. How about that? Well, how about that for a start? It might not be the prettiest fish in the pond, but at 38 pound, that is a proper big one. What a way to start. Not only is it my first fish of the session, this is my first fish in front of the CarpFix cameras, and I am buzzing. I'm so pleased I moved this rod down here. It was out for less than an hour, and we ended up with this one on the end. I think the plan is to rebait this spot, head back to the main swim, and then hopefully tomorrow we can come down here and maybe nick another one off this spot. But in the meantime, I feel like there's a good chance where we are. But to be honest, even if we don't get another one, I am over the moon with this as a result. But we've got a couple of nights ahead of us. In fact, we've got 3 nights ahead of us. So yeah, fingers crossed this isn't the last. Cheers, mate. Oh, that'll do.